It's a new year, a new season, and we are underway.
Really dominating fashion here today is going to win.
2, 3, and 4 for the final time.
Win number 1 on the season, only just barely.
He is going to win here at the Nazareth Speedway.
Wins the Emerson Electric 100K.
Gonna be Igor Barretto's gonna eke it out.
Cup Series champion is Shane Lake in the number 15.
Welcome to the NOFSRL.
For the second time this season, the Cabela's Cup Series makes its way to the Richmond Fairgrounds here at the 3/4 mile long Richmond Raceway, and we are here for a day race here at the fairgrounds. This is the Stihl 400, race 21 of the 32 race season. 12 races left until we crown a champion. Welcome, folks, up here in the booth with me. Zachary Fitzwater has joined me for this broadcast for the second Richmond race in a row. He joined me for the one in the spring and here again for the summer. We're a day race for this one. And Fitzy, here in the hot sun, we are expecting a very slick track surface today.
Thanks for having me on, and yeah, I'm expecting to be a slick racetrack. Everybody will be slipping, sliding all over the place, and I just hope nobody gets memed in this race, not like we saw in the first race. So,
absolutely agree. That was a terrible hit for Charlie Davenport, but he won the All-Star race since then, so surely has built up some confidence since his mishap in the Capital One 400. Coming into this race, as far as the point standings go, it's Darian Arnsdorf atop the standings. He leads by 6 points over Trey Smith. Arnsdorf has 549 points to the championship, an average finishing position this season of 16.4, 2 wins, 6 top 5s, and 9 top 10s coming out of the Pocono doubleheader. Trey Smith 6 behind. Samet Osgen, it's a long way back to third there, from 6 behind for Trey Smith to 32 behind for Samet Osgen, 59 behind for Will Parrish there in fourth, and Brad Stover in fifth. They are tied for fourth in the standings. Brad Crawford is 63 behind. Benny Watson, 65 behind. Roy Ribbleton is 69 behind, as is Beverly Creed. They're both tied for 8th in the standings. Rounding out the top 10, it is Sebastian Kukulon after a great Pocono doubleheader. He is going to work his way up into the top 10 there. 74 points out of Darian Arnsdorf's points lead. Before we get the pace car rolling here in the field off underway, Fitzy, do you see anybody here who you might mark as a favorite for this one? Because earlier, when we came here earlier in the season, it was under the night lights. Trey Wright here was starting. He started on the pole and dominated the first half of this race, but it wasn't the second half that he dominated. It was Darian Arnsdorf who took the victory in the Capital One 400. Do you think you see anyone up here who might be marked as a favorite here?
well, I don't want to pull the jinx on him like what happened in the first race. I'm looking for Trey Wright to finally end his curse and win at this racetrack.
It would be his first career Cabela's Cup Series victory. He's come so close so many times. We'll see if he can get it done here in the Stihl 400. Let's go trackside, get your starting lineup so we can get this pace lap started. And the engines will come to life here at the Richmond Raceway. 42 going to roll off from the pit road here. It's Benny Watson, 3-time winner this season and a 3-time pole winner now as well. His 3rd pole of the season, first one to get their 3rd pole of the season, breaks a 4-way tie with other drivers who have gotten 2 poles this season. He starts alongside Kip Silverpoint there in the 68 for Ace Motorsports. Row number 2, it's Trey Wright in the 90. He is starting alongside Benny Watson's teammate, Ethan Lewis. In row number 3, we find Roy Ribbleton alongside the 48 of Brad Stover. Row number 4, it is Sophia Fragniti alongside Sebastian Kukulon. In row number 5, rounding out the top 10, Titan Nicholas and Darian Arnsdorf. We are ready, more than ready, to get this race started here at the Richmond Fairgrounds. Sunny afternoon, slick track. We're ready to get going. Pace car is down. As the field comes down to the start-finish line, the Stihl 400 is green, green, green. We're racing at Richmond.
boy, Trey Wright did not get off the line well on that start. And oh, great, we're going pretty wide again.
Silver Point slips on the outside of Ethan Lewis and Roy Ribbleton. Ribbleton going to take a look down low in that 81. Trey Wright up to the second position. Lewis sliding up more on Stover there, and Kukulon and Stapleton back in that. Watson a huge lead up front as he leads lap number 1. Trey Wright in behind him for second. It's a Ford 1-2 up front, and dodges side by side for third, with Roy Ribbleton in the 81 on the inside, making his move into the final podium spot for the time being.
Yeah, Wimbledon is to third now. It looks like something happened back in the pack. Caution? Nope. Wait, I might be wrong. Nope. Still green.
Green flag is still out. As up front, Trey Wright has gotten to the back of Benny Watson. He's going to make a move, headed off into turn number 3. He's right pressed against the backside of that Mustang, trying to scoot him up the track. Not going to be able to. Watson is going to hold on to the lead for the time being.
Watson wants everything to go his way, while Trey Wright just wants to give him you know what, while Wimbledon
stalled car. Stalled car on the back straightaway. Who is that? It's Charlie Davenport. No way. The guy who wrecked out at halfway here in the spring, he's already got problems. And looked like you may have been right, Fitzy. Something did happen back there. He's got major damage on the right side of that number 19. He is more than likely going to be out of this race.
Where's Skidmore?
Oh my gracious! Rosero, Nicholas, and Ribbleton 3 wide there. You'd think they were going for the lead the way they're going at it, but no, they're just fighting and clawing for 4th place right now. Ribbleton's going to slip out of it. Rosero down low. Nicholas is going to make that middle work, and he is going to get in front of the 81. Rosero wasn't quite... hello! Side by side for the lead as Wright finally getting to the inside of Watson. And those two Fords going to go at it here for the top position on track right now.
Benny Watson was not so lucky with the apparent no yellow call there, but Trey Wright almost had that lead there, and I seen skid marks in 3 and 4. I wonder if where Davenport got hit, but we'll have to see whenever we get a caution. We'll have to look at that. Meanwhile, as soon as somebody in the booth is watching his own cars game past one another, ironically, not surprising.
It's Ribbleton and Mitchell Collins going at it. The 2 cars you own, Fitzy, is Ribbleton holding off a hard-charging Mitchell Collins there in that 6th position. And Ribbleton's going to give Nicholas the big hurry up there on the inside for 6th, or 5th rather. And he is looking like he is going to take that position away with a good dive through 3 and 4. Nicholas sliding back, Ribbleton into that 5th position.
Said that right, and Mitchell Collins really wants some revenge from Martinsville, but he has to get by his own teammate and 4 others in front of him, so, ooh, goodness me.
Rosero to the inside of Fragniti there for that 3rd position, and he's going to take that Geico Toyota to the 3rd position around the Rock Car Racing number 38 of Sophia Fragniti. Singled out through the first 8-9 positions or so. Nathan Smith going to the inside of Jacob Thibodeau for that 10th position. That Polar Star Motorsports car into the top 10, and side by side for the lead once again. Wright's got a better chance on Watson this time. Is he going to take that lead away? He's got a half car length advantage coming out of turn number 2, headed off into turn number 3. Rosero's right there. These two tangle, and he's going to get to the inside of Watson as well. Caution is out. Brad Crawford in trouble, and potentially some other cars right there on the front straightaway as Wright takes the lead away from Watson right at the line. Rosero 3rd, Fragniti 4th, Ribbleton 5th, and then Collins, Nicholas, Silver Point, Lewis, and Stapleton, the top 10. What an opening. What an incredible opening 12 laps of racing we just saw, Fitzy.
Yeah, you said that right.
Split strategy going on here.
This is interesting.
Watson's going to lead the brigade down.
Yeah, I didn't think we were going to be pitting this early, but a lot of guys stayed out. But some didn't. So
Yeah, it looks like it's about to. It looks like it's about to split half and half, doesn't it? I actually think more stayed out on track than came down the pit road, but just about even split 50-50. So if we don't get another caution, this is going to be interesting to see who's going to have the better stuff on track, because everyone out there now is out with worn tires and everything. The ones that are coming down now are going to have the freshies, and they are going to be flying their way through the field on this restart, no doubt about it. Watson looks like he's won the race off of pit road. Rosero, Fragniti, Collins, and Silver Point. Well, actually, Silver Point ahead of Collins, and Stapleton, Williams, Robinson, Reynolds, Crouch, Creed, Biller, Arnsdorf, Vargas, Nicholas. But up front, it is Trey Wright leading this thing ahead of Roy Rebleton, Ethan Lewis third, Nathan Smith in fourth, Jacob Thibodeau in fifth, Dan Parks sixth, then Samad Oskin seventh, Daisy Johnson eighth, Ben Grurich ninth, and Will Parrish rounds out the top 10 here at the Richmond Raceway. While we're pacing here out of the first caution of the race here in the Stihl 400, let's go back and take a look at what happened to bring it out.
Charlie Davenport in Richmond are not kind. He gets the absolute left hook from Ben Gorge into, I believe that's CL7, I'm not 100% sure. But anyways, free wide here, and then this happens. Gorge gets hooked right about here, and right here, and then to Charlie Davenport, and he almost did a Martrish Jr. with a violent hit. Almost rolls it over, and that's what ended his race right there.
On board now with Charlie Davenport as we go down the back straightaway. He gets turned there down in the Grudge, but as he comes down to the turn 3, just watch and listen. Horrendous hit to that outside, almost up on his side, but as Fitzy mentioned, Charlie Davenport has had less luck here at Richmond than I've had hot dinners this week, but goodness gracious, he has not been very lucky at Richmond at all. But regardless, that did not bring the caution out. Let's fast forward to what did bring the first caution out here at Richmond. So watching from overhead here as Kugelon's going to get into the back of Owen Miles, going to spin him around coming off of corner number 4 and just make a little bit of contact there with the right front wheel well of Trey Smith, but that's not enough as he's going to turn Miles right on around there like a record, baby, and he is going to try to straighten it back out there. 360-degree turn, and Miles is going to put it in gear and go on. Nice little save there by Owen Miles, but let's take a look at another angle.
I guess Sebastian Kugelon had another Miles' driving, just gave him the old 360, and Chase Buck somehow did not get into his back bumper. That was incredible.
Very, very lucky there indeed, but Miles able to continue on. And we'll have to take a look at what happened to Brad Crawford, because apparently that was not related to the caution at all. So we'll take a look at what happened to him real quick before we get back restarted here at Richmond. So watching here at full speed as he comes out of turn number 4, Crawford just closing in behind Andrew Williams, and his engine just blows up about like Despacito in freshman year of high school, and he just grinds to a stop there on the inside. And unfortunately for him, the Independence 500 winner is out here early in the Stihl 400. But anyway, that is that's part what brought out the caution. Obviously, Owen Miles, the other thing. But anyway, the track is clear. We are good to go. So let's head to the restart here at the Richmond Fairgrounds. Got the one to go here at the Richmond Raceway on lap 17 of 80 here for the Stihl 400. Second race at Richmond Raceway in season number 3 for the NOFSRL Cabela's Cup Series. Trey Wright currently leads. We've seen a couple of incidents already, one with Charlie Davenport that did not bring out the caution, and the other with Brad Crawford that did bring out this first caution of the race. It is Wright, Rebleton, Lewis, Smith, and Thibodeau, the top 5, And it has been an absolutely banging race so far with this slick track surface here under the hot sun in the summertime, and we are ready to do it again here. Pace car comes down, waiting for the green flag to fly. Trey Wright on the gas and up through the gears he will go. We are racing once again here at the Richmond Raceway. Great restart there for Wright and Ribbleton.
Yeah, those two got... Ooh, okay, that was too close. But anyways, yeah, the top two got a great restart. Oh, Jesus Christmas, Ribbleton. Okay.
He is getting awful brave there in that 81. Tried to get to the inside of Wright, not able to. But Nathan Smith is able to get around Ethan Lewis. He moves into that third position. Thibodeau and Park going to be on the inside there in the 33 and 22. That's getting awful tight coming off of turn number 2, isn't it?
Yeah, Smith went way wide off 1 and 2 and just gave up that first spot at Thibodeau at a heartbeat.
Rorich with a huge dive bomb on Daisy Johnson there in the 78 on the inside of the 15, and they're going to be 3 wide, headed off into turn number 1. Lewis, Park, and Smith. Thibodeau right there on the outside. Park trying to get underneath that 33. Grorich is going to get underneath Lewis and Smith around turn 4. They contact! And sliding up the track, Grorich trying to use up every inch of the inside he can on Lewis and Thibodeau, and he is going to get a 2-for-1 special on the inside. How about that?
How did we not wreck there after going through one lap, going 3 wide? This is incredible. In the words of Calpe, it's incredible.
Points leader Darian Arnsdorf, will see where he is right now as this incredible race continues to unfold. He is not having an incredible race right now, back in 38th position in that All-Star Speed Team Chevrolet, as he's not having the run he would like. Second place points man Trey Smith up in 13th, so he is definitely looking like he's going to take the points lead back away from that 14. And what an interesting season in the points it has been, but we are far from done. 11 races will remain after this one before we crown a champion at Homestead at the tail end of this season. Ribbleton almost dove in on the inside there on Trey Wright, who continues to lead here in the Stihl 400, dominated the opening half of the Richmond race when we came here in the spring, but Ribbleton trying to spoil the party. Here he goes to the inside, side by side for the lead, and that could bring the rest of them back, depending on how long they are side by side. But Ribbleton with the advantage by half a car length at the line, headed off into 1. He looks like he's going to clear right, and he will off of turn number 2.
Now this is what I love to see as a team owner. One of my cars leading while the other one is up in the top 20 passing the cars left and right. So this is what I love to see.
And there he is in the 18th position, about to be passed by... Whoa, my goodness, Miller! Almost off the nose of Durrani, almost sideways there, got to the inside. What a save by Andrew Miller and Ryan Durrani, as they are in a massive pack right now that has not gotten away from each other. And golly gee, Ribbleton trying to pull away from Wright while all that's going on. You see everything is calm up front, but this absolute hornet's nest from about 8th position back. Golly, I'm just glad I'm not in one of those stinking things. What do you think?
Me, same here.
Man. Sabadowskin there on the outside of Alex Kelly, slipping backwards, and the uncharted driver, number 54, is going to take that position away. That's 9th, as Oskin now in jeopardy of losing 10th to Will Parrish in the 0. Looks like that is what's going to happen, unless Oskin gets the big dive into 3. Not going to happen. Parrish is going to take that position away, and up front, Ribbleton continuing to pull away here on this green flag run. It is 0.71 seconds ahead of Trey Wright. Ben Grorich in the 3rd position there, closing in on the 90. Dan Park 4th. Ethan Lewis is 5th right now, being hounded by Nathan Smith in the 84. But the lead is not in jeopardy at all for Roy Ribbleton. We'll take a look. We'll keep looking at the intervals in case something changes, but right now we're going to go through the rest of the field here. Here's your pole sitter Benny Watson on the inside of Samet Oskin in a frantic battle there for the 13th position, I believe, as Oskin continues to slide back on the outside there. His car does not look like it's agreeing with him right now, and caution behind.
I saw this in the grass there while you were talking away. It looked like it was a 2. I don't know what happened, but I just saw somebody just dart up through the grass.
Ben Young and Alexander Rowe were slow as we came. Oh, looks like Chase Buck has damage in the 4. So we've had a multiple car incident, and the 14 of Arnsdorf, that may have been who you saw. Humongous damage on the 14.
Wow. This changed.
And a little more extracurricular activity on the back straightaway as everyone tries to get in line, looks like, but it doesn't look like anything major. And now here comes the whole brigade down on the pit road this time. Throw the varying strategy book out the window because everybody is going to be on the same strategy now.
That pretty much saved Ribbleton and everybody else who didn't pit. Or don't wreck each other, please, thank you. Anyways, this saved everybody who did not pit on the first yellow. So that's big luck.
You know who else that saved though? The guy who was working his way back up through the field from 26th. After pitting early, as off of the pit road, Drorich is going to beat out Ribbleton for that first position off of pit road, and we'll see what happens to the guy who I was going to talk about, Watson. Looks like Hightower also is going to edge him out, and he had worked his way back up to the 9th position. It looks like he's going to fall outside of the top 20 again here, but he's a good driver. We'll see if he can get his way back up into the top 10 and possibly with an opportunity to win this race after starting from the pole position. Trey Wright started from 3rd, and Fragniti is going to have to wait for the field to go by there. Came down a little later and is going to fall a lap down as a result of that. We'll see where Chase Buck is here. He is still on the pit road. We'll see if he's able to continue at all. He looks like he's going to lose a lap here as well, as the leaders are going to come by. This time Fragniti comes back out onto the racetrack, and looks like Chase is just going to barely avoid going down a lap here at Richmond as the field just now comes out of turn number 4, and Beverly Creed looks like has a little bit of damage there in the 32 as well. So we are definitely going to be taking a look as to what happened here to bring out caution number 2 here in the Stihl 400 and what has been a wacky race here at Richmond. Let's go back and take a look at what happened to bring out the second caution. So as they come through corners number 3 and 4, Arnsdorf there on the inside of Williams and Durrani. Williams going to get to the inside of Durrani, turn him sideways down to the 14, and that contact there sends Arnsdorf around right in front of Chris Reynolds as he slides up the track. Chase Buck nowhere to go and slams into that 14, spinning him around like a record on a turntable, and that is a ton of damage to both of those cars, Buck and Arnsdorf, but that is what's brought out the second caution of the race here at Richmond. Let's go back and take a look at another angle.
Andrew Williams, Ryan Durrani collide, takes out that poor championship leader, Darian Arnsdorf, and Chase Buck just hits him right in the back end. And as you think that was all with Chase Buck, you will be wrong.
Titan Nicholas looked like he may have gotten a little bit of damage there in that 17 as well. On the inside as Arnsdorf whipped around like crazy after Buck hit him, but looks like we are going to have at least one car out of the race as Buck serious damage on the front of that Donut Media Ford. But anyway, the track is clear and we are good to go. So let's head to the, well, actually first, let's take a look at what happened here on the back straightaway, because we had a little bit of extracurricular activity when we came around to join with the pacing line. Let's take a look at what happened here. So here's what happened here. Coming through turn 1 and 2, Vargas down into Durrani trying to get in line. Gets up into Creed as well, so that's why Beverly Creed had her damage. Durrani went around there. Maybe, well, he wasn't the one that got into the side of Arnsdorf, but that's twice he was involved in something under this caution. So his day just went from bad to worse there. That Cartoon Network number 34, but after that, the track is clear and we are good to go. So let's now head to the restart here at the Richmond Fairgrounds. Got the one to go that last time by here on lap 36. Ben Gruich leads the Stihl 400 here at Richmond after the second pit cycle of the race, working the second caution of the race. He is ahead of Roy Ribbleton, who was leading when the caution came out. Park is third. Cologne, the Nashville winner, is fourth. Nathan Smith there in that fifth position. Waiting for the green flag to fly as the pace car comes down again. Green flag is out. We are racing again in the Stihl 400 at Richmond.
Boy, Ribbleton did not get off well on that restart. Light back about, I would say, 5 car lengths. And Gore's just running away with it for right now.
Not for long. Here comes Ribbleton back with Dan Park, because Gruich slid high in turns 1 and 2, and already seeing side by side deep in the field as Park's going to go to the inside of Ribbleton just as we ride along the turn 1 catch fence there. And Park is going to take that second position away. The last guy, the full-time guys in points, 40th coming in, way down in the championship, and he is looking to salvage what has been a dismal season for that number 22 Blackout Motorsports team for owner Noah Clifton. But Ben Gruich continues to lead this thing. Ribbleton trying to give Park the big hurry up there. Down the back straightaway again, headed off into turn number 3. The top 3 stretch away from the rest of the field.
Park's got a good run on Gorsh 4 here. Let's see if he tries to get the lead here or not. Or he might punt him up the hill. Oh, somebody's on pit road. That was the 4 of Chase Buck that was on the pit road, trying to get the front end of that car fixed, trying to get the feel of things as Johnson slides up. Smith gonna get to the inside there, and says 77, not quite, but Alex Kelly will get by. Boy, that was almost 4 wide there. Yeah, that was close. And meanwhile, while we were checking that out, battle for seconds changing hands.
Ribbleton to the inside of Park there for that second position. And he is going to take that away as Gruich pulls away the 78 for the time being. But we'll see if either one of these guys can run down that 78. Ribbleton looks like he's going to do just that right now as he heads off into turn number 3.
Ribbleton's got a big run off 3 and 4. He was all over 78's back bumper for a second. Park's going to try to set an end, which he does not. And, oh boy, this is going to end in tears. Oh my goodness, I bet they're going to wreck there, man.
And Park is going to get into the back of Ribbleton, slide him up coming out of turn number 4. Park is going to try to take that second position away as they continue to close in on the 78 of Gruich, and this is going to simultaneously allow Cologne and Nathan Smith to close in behind their 4th and 5th. Park right to the back bumper of that 78. Headed off into turn 3. Ribbleton going to try to get underneath Park again as both the 78 and 22 slide up coming out of turn number 3 and 4. The top 3 there right under a blanket as Cologne there a little further behind in 4th, trying to close in. Lewis sliding up again on Trey Smith there, the 77, coming out of turn number 2. Smith trying to work his way up through the field to get a big hold on the points lead as Alex Kelly slides up on Ethan Lewis there, coming out of turn number 4. And for second place again, Ribbleton getting by Park. What an excellent 3-way battle that's going on here for the top 3 positions.
Boy, what is some exciting race we got here right now with now a top 4 under a blanket now.
As Cologne catches up, he's looking for his 3rd career Cabela's Cup Series victory. A 2-time winner already in his career and a 1-time winner this season earlier at Nashville in the Ruby Tuesday 400. Won that one late, and he is looking to win this one late. Grorich trying to do what Darren Arnsdorf did in the spring, lead the second half of the race and come away with a victory. Park to the inside of Ribbleton again for second, as we're seeing more shuffling going on throughout the rest of the field here. Thibodeau on the inside of Ethan Lewis there. That is for 11th on track. Trey Smith going to look to the inside of Alex Kelly, continuing to try to put a stranglehold on the points lead here coming out of this one. Speaking of which, I believe Darren Arnsdorf, he is 37th on track right now with that damaged car from an earlier incident, so he is definitely going to be losing the points lead here, as I believe we did see somebody on the pit road chase Buck again, go figure. But Grorich, Park, Ribbleton, Smith, and Cologne, that is the top 5 right now in the Stihl 400 at Richmond. Grorich is going to come down to the pit road. Park is going to stay out. He looks like he may be the only one coming down right now.
That looked like a problem for the 78. There's no way with Pitt if he had an issue.
Let's hope for his sake we're going to see another pit cycle as we see Nathan Smith get to the inside of Ribbleton, chase Buck there, trying to get the feel of his car, and he's going to, oh my goodness, he hit the end of the pit wall, and Joey Hightower hits him, Rowe hits him, Crouch. Biller got down on the pit road to avoid all that, and that's the third caution of the race right there, a colossal mistake by Chase Buck. And caution number 3. Look at Alexander Rowe completely destroyed 11. What on earth?
Well, folks, you heard this term before, but Chase Buck just did a Kevin Page. And then some.
I don't know what on earth happened there. That was a colossal mistake by Chase Buck. Looked like he was trying to get down onto the pit road. Looked like the car got out from underneath him for whatever reason. And that has knocked him, as well as a whole bunch of other cars, potentially out of this race. Caden Biller looked like he was trying to avoid the 4. May have clipped him. May have got the barrier at the end of the pit road a little bit there too. But he is going to come out on the track. Doesn't look like he has very much damage. Got very lucky in that 95. The defending Cabela's Cup Series champion will come back out onto the racetrack. The Season 1 champ, Ben Crouch, got a little bit of damage there on that 74, but he looks like he's going to come back out of the track too. He's going to want to have to do it pretty quick though. Ben Grorich is down there on the pit road as well. Grorich is going to go a lap down. Crouch is going to stay on the lead lap, but will be the last car on the lead lap in 33rd position. Goodness gracious. Well, as the field continues to pace here under the third caution of the race now in the Stihl 400. What a wild, wild race this has been for sure. But let's go back and take a look at what happened to bring out the caution here as we now pace under lap 54 here at Richmond. So watching from overhead here as Buck's going to come around, he's trying to get down to the pit road, but he gets sideways there on the apron transition to the track. Right there, it gets out from under him. He's got the wheel cranked to the left already, so he has no time to get it back to the right to avoid the end of the wall. There he slams it. Hightower and Durrani nowhere to go. Parrish gets a little bit of contact there, and behind, Billers sideways slams into the end of the wall there as well. Rowe and Crouch absolutely nowhere to go. Watson looks like he may have gotten a piece, and Kukulon stopped as well there in the 82. So it was a massive pileup coming out of turn number 4 that resulted from something that looked like it was going to be a fairly minor thing. But once that 4 popped back up into the field, boy, calamity ensued. And what is up with turn 4 today? Calamity corner here at Richmond. That's the third time we've seen an incident in that corner. But let's take a look at another angle.
Well, Chase Buck trying to get the pit lane. He overshoots it, and then he does this. And then poor old, yeah, but yeah, Scramble, poor Kid Miller got the pit barrels, and everybody else keeps right on going.
What a wild, wild race we've had so far here at Richmond. But that's only the third caution we've had in this race, but that was a biggie, and unfortunately that's going to take a lot of really, really strong cars here out of the race, especially Ben Crouch coming off of a dismal showing in the Pocono doubleheader, and he is going to fall down the standings even more coming out of Richmond as a result of this, more than likely. But the field is in the hands of Dan Park, who's going to lead the field to the green flag. The track is clear. We are good to go. So let's head to the restart here at the Richmond Fairgrounds. Well, what an absolutely insane race it has been, but we are far from the end. 35 laps to go this time, or pardon me, 25 laps to go as we come around. This time we're going to have 24 laps to go as Park leads. Nathan Smith, Roy Rolton, Mitchell Collins, Stephen Colon. That is the top 5 here in the Stihl 400 as the pace car comes down, waiting for the green flag to come out once again. There it is, and we are racing again here at Richmond.
Mitchell Collins just sent his own teammate. He locked the steer. He might get 2 for 1. Nope. He might get turn free here, but holy smokes, Mitchell Collins is really after some revenge from Lawrenceville.
As Benny Parsons once said, he is shot out of a canyon there into the third position. He's going to make the move on the inside for second on Nathan Smith. No chance of defending that. That rocket ship is moving into that second position.
Yeah, he's going to bring his teammate with him. He'll be FAR 2-3 here at the moment. So, while Dan Park thinks, oh, he's going to win this race, he better be very scared of the 59 Mitchell Collins, because he is coming like on rails.
He is coming very, very fast there in that 59 as we'll go overhead here. Going to look down through the rest of the top 10 here. Trey Wright's going to round it out there in the 90 as a little bit of dust being kicked up ahead looked like. Maybe I was just seeing things. Maybe it could have been Kanan Biller. Looks like we had somebody else on the... Well, it's still Ben Gruich down there on the pit road. We did have some dust get kicked up there right at the start-finish line, looks like. So hopefully that wasn't anything too terribly major as things calm down a little bit up front here in the top 4. Caution is out. Andrew Williams is in it. Crouch down to the inside. Stapleton, humongous damage there in that 97. And caution number 4 is out here in the Stihl 400. Park leads. Collins, Ribbleton, Stover, Cologne, Smith, Kelly, Rosero, Trey Smith, and Silverpoint. Can you believe it?
I cannot believe me. Meanwhile, I think I saw 7 or whatever might be ducking a pit line.
Is Nathan Stapleton in the 97 Advanced Auto Parts Chevrolet, and he is going to be out of this one. Absolutely horrendous damage there on that car. And Ben Gruich, I think we could go ahead and probably mark him out of the race too. He is 10, made 11 laps down in that Disney Plus Chevrolet, as the field is going to join back up once again behind the Re-Races 1 pace car, behind Dan Park, who continues to lead this thing. With as many resets as we're having, he has not had a whole lot of competition up there up front. Could it happen on this next restart, or will it not? Will he be able to pull away like he did there for just those handful of laps that we were green? If that is the case, if that happens the rest of this race, we could be looking at Dan Park's first career win here in the Cabela's Cup Series. But now, let's go back and take a look at what happened to bring out caution number 4 here in the Stihl 400 at Richmond. So here we are coming through turn 3 and 4 again, and for the 4th time today, Calamity Corner takes another victim. This one, Andrew Williams, as Christopher Reynolds, who just came off the pit road, slides up the track in, and Owen Miles looked like he drove down the track a little bit into that 42 as he slid up, and Williams gets turned around, and Stapleton nowhere to go and slams the back end of that 27. Arnsdorf gets a little bit of damage there on the right side of that 14, and the field scrambles coming out of turn number 4 and down the front straightaway to avoid. Some doing it, others not so fortunate. But unfortunately, that is going to take a couple more really, really strong cars out of this one here in the Stihl 400.
Christopher Reynolds did Cabela Page, got into a Miles, and hooked poor old Andrew Williams into the wall. And David Stapleton hard hit. And I don't know how Darren Armstrong got away with that one, but that was poor judgment by Christopher Reynolds there.
Absolutely, having just come off of the pit road, and I will officially stop talking bad about Roy Ribbleton for his Martinsville miscues there, because, well, he has actually turned it around a whole lot. Christopher Reynolds has actually been collapsing ever so slightly since his Charlotte victory, but we'll see if he could eventually turn around as Ribbleton has. But anyway, the track is clear. We are good to go. So, folks, let's head to what may be the last restart here at the Richmond Raceway. Ready to restart the Stihl 400 again here at Richmond. Dan Park leads Mitchell Collins, Roy Ribbleton, Brad Stover, and Stephen Cologne, finishing up the 4th caution of the race here. Coming around to start lap 67, we'll have 14 laps to go here as the green flag flies. The pace car comes down. We are racing once again here at Richmond. 14 laps to go.
Mitchell Collins timed that restart on Dan Park.
So did Brad Stover, though, there in the 48. He is closed in on that 59 as he got right around Roy Ribbleton on the restart. Stephen Cologne there in the 98. Park goes wide. Here comes Collins on the inside out of turn number 4. Park's going to hold on to it for now, but that was a colossal mistake by the driver of that 22. And behind, 3 wide going through turn 1 and 2. Silver Point, Smith, and Rosero.
Boy, that almost turned into death there. Meanwhile,
for the race lead, here comes Collins on Park, trying to take that front spot away at 12 laps to go, and he is going to move into the race lead there on the inside of Dan Park. What a move by Mitchell Collins.
We were saying Mitchell Collins is fast on short tracks. Look at this man go. Now this man wants one thing only: no yellows.
Absolutely, because at Martinsville earlier this season looked like he was on his way set for a certain victory, but he had to come down with a lap and a half to go due to a green-white checkered finish. And he is hoping we don't have any of that to worry about. Unless we're going to see a fuel mileage finish, we could be looking at a Mitchell Collins victory. He's ahead by half a second on Dan Park, but look at this cluster back here.
Boy, they're asking.
Deeper in the field. We're going to try 3 wide again. Winnie Calhoun, Parrish, and Miles. They're going to make contact and slide up the track. Parrish and Calhoun somehow hold on to it, and Miles is going to stretch away from that. Oh my goodness! How is everyone keeping it straight so far?
Boy, I thought Thompson. Sorry to cut you up. Boy, I thought Thompson was going to get the old left hook into the wall there, but I don't know who it was.
Almost.
Man,
we're going to try it again. No. Trey Smith on the inside of Ethan Lewis and Stephen Cologne for, I believe, that's 7th on track right now, and Trey Smith going to get a 2-for-1 special as Mitchell Collins has almost a full second lead, 0.87 seconds at 7 laps to go, and he is praying that we don't have a caution flag here in the closing laps here at Richmond.
That's all he's hoping for right now, is no yells. While his teammates falling back quite a bit, still in 5th, I believe.
5th place, yes.
Mitchell Collins is just running away with it right now.
Dan Park made one colossal mistake in turn 3 and 4, held on to the lead for the moment, but that allowed Collins to get to him and looked like he moved him up a little bit going off into turn number 3. And Collins, now basically a full second lead over Park, who continues to slip backwards now at 5 laps to go here at the Richmond Fairgrounds. Is this it? Is Collins going to win this thing for his first career victory after coming so close so many times? We're going to try 3 wide again, a little deeper in the field. Ryan Durrani, Stephen Colon, and Trey Wright going at it.
Oh my god, I thought that was going to end in tears.
Oh, it might still. Colon slid up big time there on Wright. Durrani with a huge dive bomb there on Stephen Colon.
That's a big step for the HSR for Durrani. That's every point Durrani needs right now. So.
Meanwhile, up front, Mitchell Collins is out of here. Coming to 2 laps to go this time. He has lap traffic in front of him, but Dan Park, you know what? I don't think Park's close enough that Collins even needs to worry about it, because he is a lap and a half away from the checkered flag coming down the back stretch, and Biller is just a straightaway ahead of him. I don't think he's close enough. Gonna get the white flag this time, one more time around the Richmond Raceway, and what a fabulous race it has been. Brad Stover gonna look to take Dan Park out of the second position there. They are side by side. That's going to be a great battle for second, but up front, Fitzy, your team's finally going to get a win. Mitchell Collins off of the final corner, his first career Cabela's Cup Series victory comes in the Stihl 400, and Dan Park narrowly holds off Brad Stover there for the second position. Stover third, Silver Point fourth, Nathan Smith fifth, Roy Rebleton sixth, and then Rosero, Vargas, Lewis, and Durrani round out the top 10 here in the Stihl 400. What a race!
Finally, but Marcel revenge for Mitchell Collins. Everybody's gonna love to see that. I mean, good for him. He waited all this time. He thought Marcel was a good place, and then he got robbed. Well, he can add Richmond to his wins list, so I'm so happy right now.
It's his first one of any kind here on the Trinity River Network, whether it be in the CarQuest Indy Racing League, the Scots National Series, or the Cabela's Cup Series. He has finally etched a 1 in the win column. By 1.334 seconds, Mitchell Collins wins with an average race speed of 92.062 miles per hour, ahead of Dan Park, Brad Stover, Kip Silverpoint, Nathan Smith. Roy Rebleton, his teammate, finishes there in the 6th position. Rosero 7th, Vargas 8th, Lewis 9th, Durrani in 10th there. The highest unchartered driver of the race, Winnie Calhoun, finishes there in the 12th position there, Alex Kelly finishes 21st there, the other uncharted car. We're going to take a look through the rest of your standings here. 8 cars, I should say, unable to finish this race. Groich finishing a total of 30 laps down. You can see him still there on the pit road, just at the top of the race screen there. Stapleton, Rowe, Hightower, Nicholas, Buck, Crawford, and Davenport unable to finish this race. Fragnini, Biller, and Reynolds finishing off the lead lap. Reynolds finishing a grand total of 2 laps down. Fitzy, final thoughts, man, for this race. This wild race here on the Eastern Seaboard.
This has to be, hands down, the most entertaining race I've ever witnessed. We've seen the Pulsar lead a bunch of laps and didn't win. We see Dan Park lead the second half of the race, and then the last caution happened. He got passed by Mitchell Collins on the last restart, and Mitchell Collins, out of nowhere, gets this win he wanted.
What an absolutely insane race it has been here at Richmond. The hot surface and the slick track did it. What an exciting race here at the fairgrounds. Mitchell Collins, congratulations. You are officially a winner in the NOFSRL Cabela's Cup Series for the first time. We will take a look at your driver standings, your owner standings, and we'll wrap it up here at Richmond. On behalf of Zachary Fitzwater, thanks everyone for tuning in. We will see you next week at Gateway, I think is the next race, under the lights in Madison, Illinois, just on the outskirts of St. Louis. That's going to be a fabulous race. Hope to see you then. Until then, y'all take care, stay safe, and have a good one.
Welcome to the NOFSRL.